Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel, live again tonight for the P1 boys and their Civics Unleashed League. So we're at Grand Valley tonight for round 5. We've got 3 15-minute sprint races for you, no qualifying in this one. I think it's, let me get my words out, championship positions they start from. So let's have a look at scores before we get into this one. Leading the way at the minute is Obi-Wan with 187 points. Mocking Weeks in second with 181. We've got Manny in third with 149 points. Tire Slayer in fourth with 142 points. We have Pilgrim in fifth with 138 points. Apache in sixth with 131 points. Captain Pugwash in seventh with 119 points. 114 points on for Dylan in 8th, Dazzler in 9th with 105, we've got Mulson 01 in 10th with 62 points, 11th is Skippy with 57 points, 2 drivers then on 47 points, that's Ice Chand and Van Daly, so 12th and 13th, but joint 12th, and then it's Hoggy in 14th, that's where we are in terms of championship points, and again it should be in this order, so it should be Obi-Wan or it's a reverse grid, one of the two, reverse grid of championship points. So many different bodies, I get confused. Stickers still available, people. Hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com if you fancy any of those. Thank you very much. Right, evening, how are we doing? Let's turn some sound on for you lot. How are we all doing tonight? Got the P1 merch on for you lot tonight. Got the P1 merch on. Let's just show you what it says on the back. If you can see that. Yeah, that's what that is. So race 1 is going to crack off at 9:05. So a couple of minutes yet to wait on that one. Let's have a look who we've got in. So we've got Van Daly, Skippy, Mulson, Dazzler, Captain Pugwash, Apache, Pilgrim, Tire Slayer, Manny, Mockin, Obi and Ricky J. So 12 drivers on track for tonight. You'll have to let me know if you're listening, whether the sound's coming through okay, please. Thank you very much. Obviously you can't hear much of the cars at the minute. Now you can. It's maybe a little bit quieter in my ear, so if I raise the volume up in my ear, I raise my volume up and everything gets a bit funky, who knows. I will not kick the extension lead with all the plugs in. So a bit of a tricky circuit here at Grand Valley. Let's turn all the nonsense on for you lot already. So track shape in the top right of your screen. But yeah, not the easiest of circuits here. Is it mediums and hards you boys have got to use? Oh my god, what were you doing, Dazzler? Taking out the barriers. Okay, let's go for a bit of a lap with Apache. If we can get around a full one. Across the start-finish line then. Over the little brow of the hill. Straight into this harsh right-hander. Big hairpin all the way around onto the bridge. Get the power down early, try and keep it out of that barrier. So through this left hand kink, that's the, oh, someone's been pushing those all over the place. through this tricky back half of the circuit again. There's all sorts of undulations, the track going left, right. Oh my god, this car's going in both directions here as well. And we're not going to get to see a full lap, unfortunately. So, reverse grid then, Van Daly up front. Is it reverse grid? No, who knows what's going on. Finish your positions from last week. I don't know. Van Daly up front though, Skippy in second, Bulson third, Dazzler in fourth, Captain Pugwash fifth. Held on the line for an awful long time then. Oh, there's a car stopped at the back a little bit. Who's that that's had the absolute nightmares? Tyre Slayer, I think, yeah, slow start from him. So back to the front then, Van Daly side by side with Skippy through that hairpin onto the bridge. Still having a drag race down here, these two. Van Daly just gets himself in front though, takes the lead coming into these S's. How much of a penalty you're going to get for cutting that little corner. These cars taking all sorts of routes here. See all sorts of lines being taken while they get themselves up to speed, all battling for position still. Jay finds himself with a half a second penalty. Van Daly and Skippy back at it for the lead of the race. Both drivers holding a half a second penalty as well. Helmet cam then with Skippy as he chases down Van Daly down the start-finish straight. Battles are kicking off behind as well. Goes for the move this time. Van Daly still going to have a wing up the inside, I think, when they come into turn one. Yeah, Skippy had to give him room through there. He's able to carry the speed round. Take that first back. Again, still fighting here in this pack as well. So on board now with third place Dazzler. See how many little Civics he's got chasing him down. Obi-Wan, Pilgrim. Who else have we got? Manny, Mockin, Apache, Tyre Slayer, all right there. Through the tunnel then. Stay as they are. Oh, it's a little bit of a mistake from Van Daly. These boys catch up with him. There's a little bit of braking going on there as well. Dazzler gets a punt. Unfortunately, I think that was Obi-Wan that took him out, and it's Obi-Wan that's had to drop to the back of the pack as well now. Clean, fair racing though, you know, he obviously realised he'd made that mistake and gave that position back. So, after all that chaos, we finish lap 2 with a Skippy leading 1.5 seconds up the road from Pilgrim. He's under threat himself here. Looking to run around the outside as they come onto the bridge. Pilgrim just able to carry his speed though. Mockin's got to try again. Looking for a little bit of a different line into this tricky set of corners coming up. Nowhere to go for Mockin. So medium and hard tyres for this series, I believe. Everybody on the hunt for a Skippy then. He's lost a little bit of time. It was 1.5 seconds. It's down to 1 second lead then for Skippy up front. Not anymore, it's not. He's just ploughed it into the wall. No damage on his car, fortunately, and he does manage to hold on to that first place, but he is under all sorts of threat now as they get that slipstream. Mockin as well in a good position here to go for a move. He has a little look at Pilgrim. Trying to run around the outside again here into the hairpin, but oh, he's left the door open. Pilgrim's right there. Just get in front though. Slots himself into second then Mockin. Skippy still holding that first. Tiny bit of rear end contact between Pilgrim and Mockin, but nothing to shout home about. There's Manny all over the back of Pilgrim now as well. Oh, he drifts it round that corner, goes a bit wide, a bit tight, sorry. Picks up half a second penalty. Still everybody on the hunt for Skippy then. Pilgrim in third, Manny in fourth, sideways through that turn, picking up that penalty. Apache right behind him in fifth. Tyre Slayer, even after a poor start, is up to sixth position. Van Daly as well, trying to find his way back through the field after a disastrous first lap. Seventh place for him. Obi in eighth, Mulsanne in ninth, Captain Pugwash in 10th, Dazzler in 11th, Ricky J in 12th, 4.2 seconds back. Oh, clapped it into the wall as well there, Ricky J. Okay, the race for first still on here. Skippy holding on to it. Seems to be getting on quite well with these Civics and this particular track. Bit wide through there. He's had to take a compromising line through that turn. He's held the first position, but Mockin Weeks right behind him, but he is going to take a half a second penalty now as well. Where did they lose that? Start finish straight, is it? Is that where the penalty loss zone is here? Mockin getting a little bit closer through these turns onto this final little straight then before they hit that start finish line. Mockin shoving it down here then, just a quarter of a second back, closing up again, going to have to lose his penalty. I don't know where that penalty loss is. He's going to try and go for the inside this time then, Mockin. Skippy holds on to it again. Oh, into the wall he goes. Drag racing with Mockin Weeks then down through these next couple of turns. It is Mockin that gets his way through, but he is coming up to that penalty loss zone now as well. Holding on to it, still got these boys trying to chase him down though. Okay, penalty loss zone there then for Mockin. Loses first, loses second. So, Skippy still leading then. Pilgrim retakes his second position, Mockin into third. Apache now into fourth position. Tyre Slayer fifth. Obi sixth. Van Daly seventh. Mulsanne in eighth. Manny's fallen all the way back to ninth and from fourth. Did only have a half a second penalty. Whether he's had another incident or accident, I don't know. Captain Pugwash with a half a second penalty as well, sitting in 10th. Dazzler in 11th and Ricky J in 12th still. Live chats on there, that's good. Top four then, pulled a bit of gap away from Tyre Slayer in 5th, and Skippy is just making it work at the minute. Battle on for second though, Pilgrim and Mockin Weeks back at it. The inside there for Mockin, great move, just saw the opportunity and went for it, and it worked out for him. Pilgrim looking to get the cut back maybe on the run out from this turn. Apache still in striking distance as well. Actually working together to close the gap back up on Skippy there. Apache then in fourth position, holding on to those three. Tyre Slayer 3 seconds down in 5th, got Obi-Wan for company as well. He's managed to pull a bit of a stint out then. So ended up shunting into Dazzler quite early on in the race. Ended up at the back of the pack and has slowly but surely carved his way back through. Not going for the move here, Obi, are ya? Or are ya? Oh, tried to go for outbraking. Slayer came back across the track though, so a little bit of contact, but you see again Obi-Wan backs off the throttle. Could have have quite easily taken that position, but it wouldn't have been fair, if you like, so he's backed off and allowed Tyre Slayer to take it. That's what we want to see, that's what we want to see. So almost at the 10-minute mark, people. 5 minutes left. Can Skippy hold on to the lead? 1.3 seconds lead currently. Mockin in second, Pilgrim third. He's back under a little bit of pressure from Apache here. Tyre Slayer just coming through there, found himself with, oh, he's got a full second penalty. That's a dent. And he claps the wall through there as well. That's going to slow him down a little bit more, and I'm sure we're going to see Obi-Wan maybe help him, maybe go for the move early on. Goes for the move early on then, Obi. Good corner this time for Obi, so into fifth for him. Chase still on up front then for Skippy to pull more time, 1.5 seconds. Mockin trying everything he can. Apache has found his way past Pilgrim into third place for him then. Pilgrim fourth, Obi through to fifth. Tyre Slayer going to lose that penalty in sixth, full second. He should stay ahead of Mulsanne. And Mulsanne has got a mirror full of Manny, made up another position. Oh no, Van Daly a little bit wrong through there, so he picks up a little bit of gravel, runs slow, falls away from Manny, falls a little bit closer to Captain Pugwash, who's got his own problems. Dazzler filling his mirrors. Again, half a second penalty. They do seem to be picking those up quite often here. Oh, Ricky J. Oh, Ricky J, no. Big dent on the front corner of that now. Not sure what went wrong there, but it did. Skippy then, still leading, nearly 12 minutes in. He's got about 2 laps to try and fend these boys off. Been doing alright so far. Wonder from down under. What's happened to Pilgrim? Oh, he's found himself with another penalty. He's made another mistake. Some of that front left is absolutely battered as well. Just loses his penalty through there. Tyre Slayer 6th then. Mulsanne 7th. Manny's still behind him in 8th. Matt Daly going to lose his penalty in a second, as has Dazzler. Captain Pugwash should get his way past him there, and does so. And Ricky J still hammering on. Ricky J's gone for hard tyres in this race. Okay, I think he's the only driver that has. Skippy then. What are we time-wise? 12:50. So he's going to see another lap after this one. Top 3 then pulled a big gap now. With the departure of Pilgrim, it's back to Obi-Wan, 3.2 seconds back to him. And again, good race from him. You know, he slammed into the back of Dazzler early on, ended up at the back of the pack, letting Dazzler retake that position. I think it was Dazzler. So he ended up at 12th, and he's slowly but surely carved his way back through to retake 4th position so far. Pilgrim now 5th, then Tyre Slayer right behind him. Manny got past Mulsanne. Position swapped. Matt Daly got to lose his penalty in a second. Captain Pugwash we saw get past Dazzler with that penalty loss. Oh, Dazzler slings one up the inside. Great move by him. Saw the opportunity and took it. And Ricky J still rolling around on the hards. Oh. So that could be it then. Mockin finds himself with a half a second penalty. He is closing up on Skippy, but I don't think it's going to be enough before he gets to that penalty loss zone. Dukes, evening bro. A little bit deep there for Skippy, but he does get a good exit. Again, Mockin got this half a second penalty he's got to lose in a few corners time. That gap already at 0.6 of a second. This is going to become final lap then. 30 seconds left on the clock. Mockin pushing this Civic. Skippy is driving the life out of this thing tonight. Okay, penalty zone coming up. Boom, Skippy starts to disappear then. That penalty loss, not quite enough for Apache to come past and take that second off of Mockin either. We'll stay on board with the chase cam, watching Skippy. He has literally just got a slight right hand turn to go now, and they're down towards the line. Apache having a quick look at Mockin, using the slipstream down here, but Skippy, he gives us a swerve across the track and takes the win. There it is. Mockin comes home in second, Apache just behind him in third. Obi comes home in fourth, Tyre Slayer takes fifth, Manny takes sixth, Bulson seventh, takes a little bit of wall with him as well. Pilgrim comes home in eighth in the end, Van Daly takes ninth, Dazzler 10th, Captain Pugwash backwards for 11th, and Ricky J was just at the front of these boys and he crossed the line already. 12th for him. There he is, the Australian wonder. P1 Skippy on the top step of the podium. Good driving, my friend. Good bit of driving. There's a decent overview of the track. That shot there, pretty cool. It's these shots that I'd like to steal without all the rest of the crap on it, for, like, you know, videos. Skippy took the win, Dukes. He took the win. I didn't forget my clubs either, Duco. All right, just getting that out there. Didn't forget them. Click that like button as well, people. All right, it's a bit aggressive, wasn't it? Do it. Okay. Race 1 done and dusted. Race 2 coming up. I think it was only Ricky J that opted for the hard tyre in race 1. So that should give him medium tyres for the next 2 races. Have they given us tyre options here? Times 7. Yeah, hards and mediums only. Nitrous can't be fitted. So official results then, there it is, the Aussie flag up the top. Skippy then taking the win, Mockin second, Apache third, Obi in fourth, Tyre Slayer fifth, Manny sixth, Bulson seventh, Pilgrim in eighth, Van Daly in ninth, Dazzler 10th, Captain Pugwash in 11th, and Ricky J in 12th. A few penalties picked up there though. Again, just the nature of the course, I think. What's the crack here, Dukes? As in, what do you mean, what's the crack here? This is round 5 of P1RCs Civics. It's bop on, no tuning. I think you can stick wings on and, you know, body kits and stuff, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I think some have got spoilers, some haven't. And it's 3 50-minute races, damage on light, no pits, tyre wear at time 7, fuel not an issue. Yeah, 3 50-minute sprint races. That's what we've got for the Civics. That's about the size of this one. Potter came out as well, Duco, even though he said he wasn't. He did 10 and then disappeared. So 28 minutes past for race 2, according to Pilgrim. They do like to play with the horn, these boys. Usually there's somebody rolling around just honking wildly. Skippy then, what can he do in race 2? Yeah, it's a decent little setup, to be honest. Yeah, it was good racing last night at the Berg, mate. Yes, it was. I think they need to come up with a hard and fast format, though, not chop and change. I don't think the 750 PP worked last night, to be honest. The Porsches were stupidly fast down the back straight, whereas the Beetle, okay, admittedly, he's probably not set his car up properly. Martin was saying possibly gearbox. Porsches were doing, the Porsches and the Beamers were hitting about 190, 193 between them, and I think the Beetle, again, if not set up correctly, was only pulling about 165, 170 down the Dottinger. So as good as the 750 PP is, if you don't know what you're doing, it just ruins it for most people, I would have thought. I did see people coming in, and they must have come in, looked at the settings, and just left straight away as well. Giving race 1 winner some glory shots here. There he is, look, full carbon lid. I do like how you hear the gear change and then his hand moves. Not quite got that right, have you, PlayStation, yet? Yeah, Batchy's Renault was ridiculous, wasn't it? It was ridiculous in that race 1. And I think Emmy Manuel, or whatever his name is, saw that, picked the Renault in race 2. Didn't go well for him. It didn't go well for him. Not in the Renault anyway. There he is. Come on, camera. Stop freaking out when you go past a bloody light pole, will you? Boom! Have some of that. Boom! Poor Obi. Who else? Anyone? No? Oh, you missed him, Dazzler. Okay, so we are race positions from race 2 then. It's not going to be reverse grid. You'll have to tell me how you set the races up for race 1, because that was a bit of a random grid. But here we go though for race 2. Let me get this nonsense on quickly. Lights go on then. Another 15 minutes here at Grand Valley. Oh no, it's a bad start. It's a bad start. That's Obi-Wan who's got a poor start. Jumped the lights, but it's not done him too bad, to be honest. He actually finished in 4th. He's in 3rd at the minute. So that false start working out for him, really. Somehow, don't quite know how that's worked out, but Mockin has also managed to squeeze his way through to the front. Skippy will not be amused with that. He'll want that top spot back, and he'll want to take the lead and have another podium. Thank you very much. Obi then through to that 3rd position. Apache in 4th, Tyre Slayer 5th. Oh, a little bit of a punch up happening behind. Oh, Pilgrim goes for a dive up the inside. Tyre Slayer can't put his foot down because he's got Apache in front of him. Side by side then as they run up here. Here's Tyre Slayer up the inside. He holds that inside line. Holds on to that position. Mulson now got problems with Manny having a little look up the inside. Dazzler having a go at him as well. Oh, someone just clipping the wall there. I think that was a Pilgrim. Daly, Captain Pugwash, Ricky J. Oh, Ricky J's found himself with another half a second penalty already. Obi has found his way past Skippy as well. A little mistake from Skippy maybe. Oh, he's opted for the hard tyre. All three of the top drivers are on that hard tyre for race 2. Let's have a little flick through. Apache, he's on the hard tyre. Tyre Slayer, hards. Hards for Mulson. Hards for Pilgrim. Hards for Dazzler. Hards for Manny. Hards for Bandali. Mediums on for Captain Pugwash. And there's another set of hards on for Ricky J actually. Interesting choice. Mocking then coming under threat here from an Obi-Wan. Carrying good speed out of that turn. Mocking has got the inside line through these corners, but Obi-Wan's not averse to running around the outside, which he does do. And fires his way through. Skippy sees the door wide open and has a little look at him as well. Let me change that camera up a little bit. Oh, he's into the wall. See the issue that's caused him. Massive great amount of time he's lost due to that. Mocking 0.4 of a second, closing up on Obi, but it's not going to be enough before turn 1. I like your stick up, Mocking. Look at that on that rear window. Dark smoker, number 1. You know it. Skippy then with that little drag down the walls, cost him a little bit of time. He falls out of slipstream range of 2 in front. He's now got a mirror full of Apache as well. He will be piling the pressure on him. Again, tricky little course here, Grand Valley. Just keeps it out of the sand there as well. Skippy, Apache all over the back of him. And it is Obi through to that top spot then, Mocking 2nd, Skippy 3rd. Apache in 4th, Tyre Slayer in 5th. Mulson almost onto the back of him in 6th. Pilgrim 7th. Manny right behind him in 8th. Dazzler through to 9th. Bandali, oh, he's got half a second penalty as well in 10th. Captain Pugwash in 11th. And Ricky J 12th. 13 seconds down a minute. Oh, he's got front end damage as well, Ricky J. He's had another little mistake somewhere. Top 2 then pulling away. That little mistake from Skippy just opening that door up. Oh, a little drag into the wall there for Mocking Weeks as well. That allows Obi-Wan to escape, so he's now got 1.5 seconds lead. Oh, look at that little chunk of sand that you just want to drive straight over, but you'll pick yourself up half a second penalty for that one. So Mocking Weeks does now bring himself into slipstream range of these drivers behind. There's a fair little queue of them as well waiting. Manny finds himself with a full second penalty. He's going to have a few drivers swarm past him with that one. Dazzler in 8th, Pilgrim 9th. Daily penalty loss now in 10th, not too far behind those drivers in front. Captain Pugwash still there as well. Ricky J struggling with these Civics, I think, especially on this hard tyre. Look at the gap that Obi-Wan's pulled out. Look, 2.1 seconds. Apache having a little look. Mocking's gone deep. Skippy gets one up the inside. Drag race then down to this next turn. Looks like Mocking's got the power down on the exit though. They are all over the back of the second place man now though. Oh, Apache had a little think about throwing one up the inside of Skippy there. Got to be real careful at these speeds in this tight sort of circuit. No runoff here, just walls and Armaco and concrete and big rocks. A little bit of a poor exit there for Apache. The 2 drivers in ahead just escaping a little bit. Skippy is firmly bolted under the rear wing of Mocking Weeks here. And all this battling is just allowing Obi-Wan to escape. Can't even see him. 4.1 seconds behind we're on board with Apache. There is Obi-Wan, 4.1 seconds up the road, 4.2 seconds up the road now. We might see Skippy go for the move on Mockin. Not this time. They are still at it. So Apache now out of that slipstream range. He is under threat here from Tyre Slayer. They've got a Mulsanne in the rearview mirror as well. Manny and Dazzler not too far back in 7th and 8th. How much these things drift. Our tyres just allow them to slide around. Pilgrim then a half a second penalty on board for him. Van Daly with a half a second penalty. Captain Pug was in 11th. Ricky J in 12th, struggling. It's just hammering away here. Still, the fight continues for second. Look at this again. Still, Mocking for the win. He's got the best stick up. Best deckle. Oh, Skippy. Great move. I didn't know if he'd outbraked himself then, but no, he managed to get the move done on Mockin. Now Mockin's going to fall off the back of Skippy as well here, unless he can get past. No, he's not going to get past before he hits the penalty zone, I don't think. It's just round this corner. Get applied for Mockin. Skippy disappears off down the track then, and everybody else behind slowly closes up on Mockin with that little penalty loss. Skippy now 1.7 seconds ahead of Mockin, but he's got a tall order to try and close down the 3.4 seconds ahead to that man there, Obi-Wan. Long way down the road then for Obi. 9 minutes into race 2. There is race leader then, all on his own, comfortable and not doing too bad considering he had a false start at the beginning. Even that came in 3rd from 4th. I don't know how, but it did. Absolutely stomping this little Civic round here then. Skippy as well now. Big gap back to 2nd position. Sorry, 3rd position, 1.7 seconds. Manny now tucked under the rear wing of Tyre Slayer. He's found his way through the field by a couple of positions. Now looking to get that 4th position off of Tyre Slayer. Doesn't get a good exit round that corner, allows that car to slide. Starts to close up on Tyre Slayer in front. Apache in 6th then. He's under threat himself, so he's got half a second penalty to lose. He's got a Dazzler right behind him. And closing. Mulsanne as well within striking distance when it comes to losing that penalty. Van Daly, penalty free in 9th. Captain Pugwash in 10th, also penalty free. Pilgrim, what have you been doing to yourself? All the way down in 11th position. Ricky J still struggling around, 48.6 seconds back. Okay. Mockin has made another mistake, found himself with another half a second penalty, giving Skippy now 3 seconds free air behind him. And we have only got 4 minutes left of race 2 to go. And now Skippy's not battling with anyone else. He's managing to keep that time consistent between himself and Obi-Wan. Maybe Obi taking a couple of tenths out of him. But in general, that's not too bad a time, really, from Skippy. Penalty for mocking a full second now he's picked up. Oh, what a dent. Tyre Slade behind him also with a penalty, half a second. Manny is going to come off the best out of that trio when they come to lose these. Dazzler through to 5th, gets himself past Mulson and Apache. 6th place for him then. Mulson through to 7th, Apache now 8th. Van Daly 9th, Pugwash 10th, Pilgrim 11th, J 12th. Obi now with a half a second penalty. He has got 4.5 seconds lead though. Skippy just doing all the right things. I don't think I've seen him with a penalty yet tonight. These boys losing their penalty. There you go. Manny getting himself past Tyre Slayer, getting himself past Mockin as well. Both of those drivers having to lose those penalties just there. The little trio battling for position 6th, 7th and 8th here. Dazzler, Mulson and Apache. Got Van Daly and Captain Pugwash not too far off the back of these two. Pilgrim trying to claw it back as well. A little far back at the minute for him. Ricky J loses a little bit more time. In fact, race leader is only a few seconds behind him, to be perfectly honest. We're going to see the back end of Ricky J in a second. Clear bit of track for, there he is, just going left up there for Ricky J. Clear bit of track behind him then for Obi, 5 seconds still. Penalty loss now. How does he make time up through there? He went from 5.1 when he was losing his penalty up to 5.4 while he was losing his penalty, and afterwards did drop back down though. So it's going to be about 14 minutes by the time they cross the line. That will make this the final lap then. Now then, can Obi catch up and overtake the last place driver, Ricky J? We'll come back and check. Skippy comfortably in 2nd, Tyre Slayer through to 3rd, then Manny through to 4th, Mockin 5th, but he won't be happy with that position. He'll be looking to get one of those positions back, if not both, before the end of the race. Trying to have a go around the outside of Manny here. They stay as they are. Oof, all kicking off for 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th here now. Dazzler holds on to that one. Mulson, Apache. Who else is tucked in that little fight there? Van Daly and Captain Pugwash. So 5 drivers involved in this battle for 6th then. And it's all or nothing now. Penalty lost by Mulson. Going to have a couple of drivers peel past him. Might be able to just hold on to this 6, we'll see. So Obi-Wan then down towards the line. Ricky J's just crossed it. Oh, no, he's not, sorry, the line is a little bit further up here. Ricky J has now just crossed it. So Obi-Wan takes a win in race 2. Great drive by Skippy though, coming home to take 2nd as well. Tyre Slayer taking 3rd, Manny taking 4th, Mockin coming home sideways in 5th. Dazzler holding on, taking that 6th then. Apache 7th, Mulson 8th, Captain Pugwash 9th, Van Daly in 10th, Pilgrim 11th and Ricky J in 12th. There we go, race 2 done and dusted. Obi's Ayrton Senna inspired liveries on the back of his overalls. Official results for race 2 then. Obi on that top spot, Skippy 2nd, Tyre Slayer 3rd, Manny 4th, Mockin in 5th, Dazzler 6th, Apache 7th, Mulson in 8th, got Captain Pugwash 9th, Van Daly 10th, Pilgrim in 11th and Ricky J 12th. There we go, so 6 minutes until the final race of the evening. Back to another 15 minutes here. I think they've all used hard tyres now, so I can imagine everybody's going to be on a set of mediums for this last race. I can imagine. It would be the sensible thing to do, wouldn't it? It's looking a bit dark. Hey, clues in the name. So, final race of the night tonight then. Everybody should be on the mediums. They will blow themselves out pretty damn quick, I think, at time 7. We'll see. See if Pilgrim, Skippy, sorry, not Pilgrim. If Skippy can pull another one out of the bag here, he's got a first and a second already tonight. Melton, yes, I bet you are, Manny. I bet you are. 15 more minutes, bro. Well, 20 more minutes, because we've got 4 minutes still. Stay hydrated, people. Alright, 3 more minutes then. Dukes, get back in the chat. So, depending on grid order, can I see? Does it tell me? It does somewhere, doesn't it? Oh, set by host. Oh, I don't know what that means. Is it as of race positions again? I don't know. I don't know. Be nice to see Skippy on the podium 3 times in a row tonight, wouldn't it? Eh? Being that sometimes he's not even awake when we race. Forgets sometimes. Doesn't have his morning coffee. Someone's not driving their car properly. It's Captain Bugwash. Probably trying to take out a Mulsanne and ended up taking himself out, maybe. What do you think? Yeah. Oh, no. Oh. Dear. You give these boys 30 seconds of free time. I don't think it's quite like Willow Springs, boys. You can't launch these mud piles. You can't Grand Theft Auto it over the mountain, unfortunately. Attempting the Driftertrons, are we? So Ricky J's on pole, which tells me it's reverse grid. Is it just the way you've got the car set up? Is it the particular car but Gran Turismo? I know it's got a drift setting, but Mulsanne, it never seems to quite drift well. Do you have to buy like super steering racks that allow you to steer further. You've got to buy right tyres and all that crap. Okay, we're not going to see you drift into a wall then. So Ricky J on pole, Pilgrim in second. It's reverse grid then from race 2, final positions. Someone's found the horn, but it's Pilgrim. No, it's not, it's Captain Bugwash. No false starts in race 2. It's not a great start from Ricky J, but he pulls over anyway. I think he's just going to allow some of these drivers to come through, staying off the racing line. Yeah, there he goes. So that puts Pilgrim up front then. Oh, Ricky J going to be left miles behind now, unfortunately. So Pilgrim leads then, Puggers into second. In third, Mulsanne fourth, Van Daly into fifth, Dazzler sixth, Manny seventh. Just Mocking Weeks is saying no, I'm going to have that. Oh no, there's chaos. Mulsanne, is that Mulsanne? Who's that? Van Daly off track. Bit of chaos kicking off there then. So all change in the midfield. Pilgrim still leads up front though, and he has found himself a second ahead as they exit the tunnel down this start finish straight. Puggers in second then, just outside of that tow range. Apache is within that slipstream range, so he will close up a little bit. Mocking Weeks under threat then. He's got an Obi-Wan and a Manny looking to get past him. Holds on to that one. Dazzler not too far off the back of those two either. Being harassed actually by Tyre Slayer and Skippy. Skippy up to 9th then. Just 6 more positions, mate, and you'll be on the podium every race tonight. Send it, Skips. Oh, he's on the hards in the final race. That might not work out for him. Oh no, why is everyone on the hards? You allowed 1 set of mediums and 2 sets of hards, or did the hards just last a bit longer? Pilgrim making it look easy at the minute. 1.7 seconds lead currently over Puggers. He's got all sorts of drivers looking for a way past him. Close enough, I don't think, to close up before this first turn. Apache might dive up the inside. Yes. Oh, contacts. Almost takes out Mocking Weeks as well. Captain Bugwash firms that one and stays in second. Manny through to third then. Obi fourth. Skippy now fifth. 2 more places, Skips. 2 more places. Mocking Weeks back on track in 6th. Tyre Slayer 7th. Dazzler in 8th. Oh no, half a second penalty for Captain Pugwash. Won't have to lose that here, but he's slow out of this turn. Manny's going to get the drive on him. We've got to hold on to it to this next corner. Not quite. Oh, a little bit deep there. Holding that inside line though through this particular corner. And now got all sorts of drivers looking for a way past. Obi's up the inside, Manny's up the inside, Mocking's going to follow them through. Skippy unfortunately has lost a position, he's down to 6th. door open a little bit. Puggers, Mockin goes through. Obi not able to take advantage of that one, but it does bring Skippy a little bit close up. Pilgrim still leads this one then, 2.6 seconds up the road. Manny through to second. Still barriers in the middle of the track. Mockin in third then. Skippy through to fourth. Send it, Skips. Puggers through to fifth. What happened to Obi? Tyre Slayer 7th. Dazzler in... Tyre Slayer 6th. Dazzler 7th. Apache in 8th. Mulson in 9th. There is Obi down in 10th. Bit of a battle with Bat Daly, and then Ricky J just 5.2 seconds back at the moment. He's not antisocial, he's just anti-idiot. I think we're all getting to that point now, my friend. Can anyone put it to Pilgrim before the end of the race? And he's pushing, Watkins chasing, Skippy's through to fourth. Battle kicking off for fifth still. Captain Pugwash defending. Tyre Slayer looking for a way past. Oh, everyone having to avoid that big chunk of sand. Give me that other camera. Apache having a look. Mulson having a look. Almost gets... Oh, chaos. Both drivers clatter into the wall there. So Dazzler's going to run a little bit slow through here, although Mulson's just hit the wall, so he's also running slow. Dazzler then swaps through to 7th. Mulson tucks back in right behind him with the slipstream. Dazzler going defensive though into this first turn, but Mulson carrying all sorts of speed past him. Apache having a little look around the outside as well. Great bit of driving from him. Obi-Wan's back on track. Dazzler gets a good drive out though, manages to just... Oh no! Stay ahead of Apache does. To a scaring me. Going to have a look at somebody else racing. Obi having a look at the pair of Apache and Dazzler. Side by side with Dazzler. Outside line through here though. Gets the inside line on this next turn. Gets himself through. Let's have a look at what's happening up front. So that gap come down to 0.7 of a second between Pilgrim and Manny. Mockin right up his rear end. A little bit of bump drafting to help them close up on Pilgrim in front as well. Going to be all over him by the time they hit turn 1. Mockin gives Manny plenty of room as they come up that start-finish straight side by side, and they are now right behind Pilgrim. Three-way battle for first, then there's Skippy a little way down. 2.5 seconds. That's good enough. I'm calling that a podium for you, Skips. Right behind Pilgrim then. A little bit of a straight here, but not much to have a go at. Manny then piling the pressure on Pilgrim. Mockin carrying the speed. Nearly has a look at the inside of Manny through there. Into this final corner they go again, then a lot closer to Pilgrim this time. Nearly 9 minutes into this third race of the evening. And the move for first coming up any second, I think. Manny closing up on Pilgrim, Mockin closing up on Manny. outside for Manny as he braked too late. Pilgrim having a little look back, Mocking trying to get up the inside there as well. And look at this, Mocking, nowhere for him to go, trying to find a little bit of space here. He's just tagged the back end of Pilgrim, made that car slide out a tiny bit. Mocking almost again up the inside there. There is Skippy, now just 1.9 seconds behind. So the battle in front is allowing Skippy to close up. Manny through to that top spot though, Pilgrim second. Mocking in third. Skippy just taking his time. Doesn't know to go crazy, he knows they're going to be battling in front, just got to keep it out of the wall, gets it down to below 2 seconds now, 1.7, 1.8 as they hit this start-finish line, start-finish straight. Tyre Slayer into fifth then, having a little bit of a lonely race at the minute, as is Captain Pugwash. And then the battle behind, Obi, Dazzler, who else have we got behind there, Mulson and sorry, that's not Dazzler, that's an Apache. Wrong way. Obi through to 7th then. Ulson just getting himself through to 8th. Dazzler 9th. Apache in 10th. Van Daly in 11th. 4.6 seconds behind those three fighting up front. And there is Ricky J getting that thing sideways around that first turn. Manny and Pilgrim both with half a second penalties. Mocking Weeks has made a terrible mistake. Skippy has got himself on the podium and he is only 1.4 seconds behind these two. 1.7. Closing up actually, Skips, and these boys have a penalty to lose on this lap. Down to 1.3 then for the Australian. Mocking Weeks second behind him, not quite picking up a toe yet. Just about at the 12-minute mark. That stays about the same, 1.4 seconds. You will see Skippy all over the back of Pilgrim by the time he's lost that penalty and got himself back up to speed. A lot closer obviously to Manny in front. So penalty loss coming up for these pair. That's a full second for Pilgrim. I don't think Skippy's going to be on him before they hit this turn. He's not. Almost got him up the inside, a little bit of a dink there. Just through to second. I don't think he's going to relinquish that position back either. So Pilgrim third, Mocking in fourth, finds himself with a penalty as well. Tyre Slayer still fifth. Captain Pugwash not sixth anymore. Obi-Wan goes through, also a penalty on board for Captain Puggers. Son and Apache having a battle for 8th and 9th. Well, Apache thinks about sticking one on the inside, but Mulson brings that car across, shuts the door on him. Dazzler now 10th, Van Daly in 11th. He's got a little bit of a penalty he's got to lose. And Ricky J in 12th. So, Manny through to first then a few laps ago. 3.1 second lead currently over Skippy. Skippy just ahead of Pilgrim and Mocking Weeks here. This won't be the last lap. It will be last lap when they cross the line. There is Manny, 2.8 seconds his lead as they come up to the line. Can he hold on to that one? No mistakes on this final lap for you then, Manny. Skippy holding that second position, keeps himself out of the danger zone of those two drivers behind, but I think Mockin and Pilgrim are going to be battling for third for the rest of this lap. Pilgrim goes a little bit wide through there. Mockin again sticks one at the inside. He sees that move every time. Great bit of racecraft from him just to see that. No, he can go for it and actually do so. Calmly through these last few corners then for Manny. Now he can stick the hammer down, no more pressure, just this little right hand kick to go. There's a win on the board for Manny tonight. There it is, but it is going to be Skippy that comes home in second. Oh, Manny's done all sorts of terrible things. Skippy takes second, then Mockinweeks comes home in third, Pilgrim takes fourth, Tyre Slayer fifth, Obi-Wan 6th, Apache 7th, just Captain Pugwash right behind him in 8th, Mulsan another half second behind in 9th, Dazva taking 10th, Van Daly coming home in 11th, and Ricky J around that final corner, he will take 12th. Not even going to let him do a full 360. There it is then, racing done for tonight. Look at that. Skippy, been up there all night tonight. He must have got up early for this one, had plenty of caffeine. So a first and 2 seconds for Skippy, and he taking a win. Obi also taking a win. Did he take a win? Yes, he did. So yeah, good little bit of racing in those Civics. Real tight, real punchy, especially around little tracks like that. Awesome, awesome racing. So there it is, another week of the Civics done and dusted. I am back on Friday night for the next round of the GTTCC, so that'll be round 7. And then Saturday night at 8 o'clock for another round of Ringcaf. And then same time, same place next week for round 6 of the Civics. So that's about it from me, people. If you have liked what you watched, click those buttons somewhere, depending on what format you're watching. Click all the buttons, all of the buttons. But most of all, tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.